Hi, everybody. Welcome to Laughter Talks, and I have my guest actor Curtis Webster on today. And so let me bring him up. Where are you in the room?
Okay. How's my audio?
Curtis, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, it's
Um,
a quite an honor to be back on your show.
Well, thank you. And what I would like to do first of all is let everybody know this is Laughter Talks. I'm Marguerite Fair, and I want to tell you more about this wonderful, handsome gentleman sitting next to me in Zoom land. Now, Curtis Webster is an actor and writer known for his work as the judge in the feature film mockumentary Mr. America, and we spoke about that last time you were here too, and that is wonderful, and also the miniseries developed from it, At Ascendant, and many, many other projects. You have done so many projects that it's unbelievable. And another thing was the hit series, the Marvel FX series,
Legion,
Legion,
yes.
and so many others. So it's a good idea to always check out. I always tell people, check out the actors' IMDb pages because you have so much work. It goes on and on. And that's why I'm so flattered to have you here. And this, I want to talk to you, but I'm so excited about one of your newest projects. We're going to talk about two of your newest projects. And I happened to see you in this one bedroom, and I reached out to you because I fell in love with it. It's an amazing project. So tell us how you got involved with that, what your part is in that, and a little bit about it because it's on Netflix.
Well, one BR or one bedroom.
Yeah.
It's an amazing project in that there were 1,000 times when it should have died, and through persistence,
Really?
it went on. I got involved in the project. I got an audition call. Went in and auditioned. I actually auditioned for the role of Sarah's father.
Oh, okay.
And then, to my surprise, I got a notice I've been cast as Charles Ellerby, who is the deceased but evil cult founder in 1BR.
You did a very good job with him. I was
Well, thank you.
captivated.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it
No,
was,
and it's an expression I often use in connection with acting. Excuse me, is the actor has the worm's eye view. And a lot of times you go in and you do a project and you're all focused on your part, which is where your focus should be. And they say, cut, that's a wrap for Curtis, and you leave and you get your check and you think, well, that was neat. And then you see it. You see the fully realized vision that these people had, and you go, wow, I'm in something really cool. And that was my reaction to 1BR. I mean, it's ultra low budget. Um, the David Marmer was the first time director. Again, 1,000 reasons why this should never have gotten to the screen. The week that they were going to start production, they actually lost two of their leads. They had to recast like within 48 hours. The big fire that went through Sepulveda Pass cut them off from their production office for a while. One of their production trucks was stolen.
oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Again, I mean, mere mortals would have at some point said, I'm sorry, the gods of filmmaking have decreed that we're not going to make this. But they did. And I had not seen the film until the premiere in LA last October, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And again, I was stunned. And I just felt so humbled
Yeah. I mean,
to be part of this project.
it's amazing. Now, for our audience that don't know all the ins and outs of the industry, the reason Curtis is saying this is because actors will come on set to do their roles for a couple of days or 3 days or whatever, but they don't always necessarily know what's going on with everyone else. So when they
That's right.
see it together, it's like, and I know you were impressed because I've seen a lot of stuff and it takes a lot to impress me. And
Thank
I'm
you.
not a horror film fan. And
Okay.
I absolutely could not take my eyes off that movie once it started. It was phenomenal. So I hope everybody sees that's on Netflix. And kudos, you did. And I'm the editor, so I can make it look like I've been telling
Sure.
you.
It'll be absolutely seamless by the time everybody sees
Yeah,
this.
this never.
Um, a short film called Tell Me Something.
Tell me something. Okay, we want to tell me something. Okay.
I will tell you something about Tell Me Something.
Yes, that's your very newest project.
That's a very newest project. I'm as proud of this as anything I've ever been involved in. The shutdown hit in mid-March, and everybody's out of work. And this wonderful actress that I have done many projects with, her name is Leanne Bishop. We do father-daughter beautifully. Sent me an email and said, essentially, screw this, we need to do something. So we worked on a script. We knew that it would have to be something centered around a Zoom call, like we're doing right now, and something where we could tell a complete story in 10 to 15 minutes. So we looked at lots of different scenarios, and what we came up with is a young woman who has been in isolation because of the quarantine, because of the lockdown, and it's absolutely driven her to the brink of a nervous breakdown. She can't stand being isolated. So she calls this Zoom suicide hotline.
Wow, I love it already.
And I'm the counselor.
Oh, cool.
And I've actually had some experience in that area, so I was able to make it sound, reasonable. And it wound up being this really cool sort of exploration of how people connect. Because these are two people who really don't have a whole lot in common, on the surface. And through the course, and the call goes on all night. I mean, we compress it and we have, time breaks and stuff. But they developed this incredible relationship during this Zoom call. And by the end of it, the roles have reversed. The counselor is now the counseled, which you're not supposed to do in that context. That's absolutely off the playbook. But it's our script and we can do whatever we want to with it. No, we set up a Zoom call and had a camera rolling on my end, a camera rolling on her end. And then her husband, Mike Mason, is one of the most amazing editors I've ever seen in my entire life. So we handed over the Zoom footage, the other footage to him, and he put together this just gorgeous short film.
Now, is there a link? Is that playing now? How can we see it?
Well, we can't do it just yet, but we've been we're already in 2 film festivals, which is incredible, including the Louisville Film Festival, which will run November 5th through 7th, and it will be virtual.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can attend the Louisville Film Festival from the convenience of your own computer.
Is there a link for that? Because we can certainly put that link up so people can watch it. If not, I'll just put the Louisville, Kentucky Film Festival. I'll find the general link.
Louisville's International Film Festival. We're also in a festival that they're going to try to run in Vegas next July, called The Most Important Films. So somebody thought we were one of the most important films. But no, we did this, and it started off as just something to do, just something to not go completely soft during the breakdown, the shutdown, breakdown. Yeah.
Same thing.
and like I was saying, I mean, obviously I knew more about the vision on my own project than I did about 1BR. But again, after seeing what we got back from Mike in the editing bay, Leanna and I just both said, "Oh my God, we've done something really good here," and it is very timely. I mean, I keep seeing stories in the news all the time about people who, as a result of the shutdown for various reasons, isolation, economic uncertainty, whatever, are having real severe depression problems. And this film begins in complete despair. It begins in hopelessness. And it ends on a note of what I'll call cautious optimism. Not, oh, everything's going to be fine, but you know what? You can get through this.
Well, congratulations on your project, because that sounds amazing. And
Thank you.
it's a wonderful message. That's why I got excited. I said, well, how can I see it right away? I want to see this. But when it's time that there's a place that we can all see it, you have to come back on and talk about it. But that's amazing because I had done a online play reading, and it's about, I changed the meeting to become a Zoom call meeting
Hmm.
instead of the way I originally wrote the play when I had the play produced. But it seems to be pushing people to new avenues of creativity. And this,
Absolutely.
no, go on.
I mean, and today it's truer than ever, adapt or die.
Yeah,
This is the hand that we're dealt, and we can fold up shop and say, well, I can't do films the way I want to do them. Or we can say, you know what? There's an opportunity here.
exactly. And
And what,
it really separates the flock because it shows who the really creative people are.
yeah,
Because creatives are not intimidated by isolation, especially the writer in this. I mean, writers are isolated. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's natural. So
yeah, and I've been writing up a storm during the
yeah,
pandemic too. So I'm actually okay with it.
yeah, yeah. It really, and for all the writers, it's like we're catching up on all the projects we kept putting aside because we had other stuff
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. And wow, that's amazing about your film. That is there anything else you're thinking of doing another one or?
Well, we're talking about it. I actually did a script for a sequel to it where these two people then actually physically meet a year later. Um, when it's now that it's safe to do that.
Yeah.
And Leanne and I are talking about it, and we're thinking we almost inadvertently created these two very deep, very complicated characters who managed to connect with each other in spite of, again, a thousand reasons not why they, they shouldn't have connected. And kind of then looking at, is there a feature here? Because
Or a web series.
or
Or
a web series. I mean, part of the reason why my character in this is falling apart is because his wife, who was the love of his life, has died. And he's actually doing this suicide counseling almost as self-therapy, which this literally turns into. And we're thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool to do a show or a movie or whatever where we have man and a woman separated by a good 20 years in age. It's not a romantic relationship, but it's almost like the two of them are coaching each other on kind of how to get back out there and how to reconnect. Because Leanne's character, her husband, just before the pandemic, so that's obviously adding to hers. How cool would it be to have to be out after all these years on the dating market and have a member of the other gender who you actually trust, who can be saying, you know what, a little too heavy on that. You might want to try more of this, whatever. Because they really developed this wonderful relationship. Again, neither one of them had the slightest idea what was going to happen.
yeah.
And we really feel like we would like to then explore and see where that relationship goes. It's kind of a father-daughter, but it isn't,
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're looking at it. And again, we just, it's almost like we stumbled on these characters without really trying too hard to find them.
I find that some of the most powerful performances have nothing to do with romantic relationships
Absolutely.
because you're talking about something that is a very deep level here, that kind of relationship where it's true, it's pure love when people find each other that are soulmate connected, which is not just romantic love. And those are very, like you said, complex and multi-layered emotions and feelings that go on there. I mean, that sounds, and again, you're talking about a timely relationship by doing it that way because I think this type of situation has forced people to go look at relationships differently
Absolutely.
and delve into them and realize, well,
They really developed this wonderful relationship. Again, neither one of them had the slightest idea what was going to happen.
yeah,
And we really feel like we would like to then explore and see where that relationship goes. It's kind of a father-daughter, but it isn't,
yeah.
So
Well,
we're looking at it. And again, we just, it's almost like we stumbled on these characters without really trying too hard to find them.
I find that some of the most powerful performances have nothing to do with romantic relationships,
Absolutely.
because you're talking about something that is a very deep level here, that kind of relationship where it's true, it's pure love when people find each other that are soulmate connected, which is not just romantic love. And those are very like
Other, and then explore that ultimately makes the friendship for real.
yeah,
So everything that I'm doing one way or another anymore is really about human connection, be
yes,
it romantic, be it platonic, be it whatever,
yes,
because it's fascinating. I really don't understand how we do this, but
yeah.
we do it.
Yeah, solid, wonderful connections. Now, Curtis, let me ask you a question before we go. Have you been on any of for the new rules about the COVID? Have you been working at all in that environment outside of what you're doing now? Any gigs separately or no?
No, I haven't, but I'm pinned for something right now, fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Yeah.
And I've already sort of seen the lecture about how different it will be to go on set now in a real production as opposed to something you're shooting at home.
People are putting together safety protocols, but I know a couple of actors that have done, they're not working on their own projects, so they've been doing those gigs, and they tell me that they're you get tested, you have to get tested before you do it, and then they have very strict provisions, and it's usually the actors are not wearing masks when they're performing, and the rest of the time they are, and they've really cut down on how many people are around. So they've made it really safe. And so, and you were saying, we're both considered in the high risk group. And I
Right.
just like to put this message out that's why it's so important. My tagline is always protect your immune system, because we do have ways. My health and my routine of taking probiotics, digestive enzymes, ester C supplements, exercising, eating whole foods is key, because it's the immune system. It's not the age, it's the immune system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most baby boomers have eaten really crappy all their lives. And I can say that because I did.
Yes, we have.
And I have, it's the way we were raised. And I have learned, I've taken it very seriously, that I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I know you want to keep doing. So our responsibility to ourselves is to just do all those things. And if you have a wife, I know she's coaching you, because wives like to keep their husbands around and encourage them to eat vegetables. Our time is up, and I have enjoyed this so much. And again, please, when you have your movie, and after it wins awards, which I know it will, and you're ready to show it to people, please contact me so we can talk about that again and share it with everyone. Okay, I want you to promise me that.
We will do that. Thank you very much. And again, a huge honor to be on once, and huge honor to be on twice.
Thank you. It's a joy to know you, and we'll be in touch, and we'll touch in the real world again one day. It's coming up, and I'm positive, and I have my masks ready anyway.
Absolutely.
Curtis, thank you again. Everybody, thank you for watching, and remember, support your immune system. There's only one per customer. See you all next time. Bye.
Stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Bye.